Hey guys, Technomentary with the video for you guys. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to check if iPhone is paid off or not. This is a little bit tricky and there's a couple ways to go about it to find out if iPhone has been paid off or not. And it's really important, especially if you're buying a pre-owned or a used device or looking to sell yours, because you want to make sure the person next using it won't have any issues, as if a phone is not paid off, some carriers will blacklist it and you will not be able to use any service. So it's really important to check this. But before we go ahead and get started with the video, if you guys are new to our channel, we do a lot of tech news, reviews, and giveaways, so make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, if you guys are in the market for one of these phenomenal devices, one of the newer iPhones or iPad, make sure you guys check out the link in the description section as well. So let's go ahead and talk about how to check if an iPhone is paid off or not. The first thing you need is, of course, the IMEI number or serial number will do in some cases. So to get the IMEI number, it's pretty straightforward. You're going to go into settings and then go to general, about, and then go down here to IMEI number. That's a 15-digit unique code that's attached to each individual phone out there. So that's going to be really unique, that number that you want. And this number you found in settings or in some of the newer iPhones. If you have, you can take out the SIM card tray, pop it out, and there's the IMEI number as well. So you'll need that. Once you have that, the next thing you want to know is the original carrier of the phone. So for example, if this is originally a Verizon phone, we want to check with Verizon if it's paid off. If it's a T-Mobile phone, we want to check with T-Mobile if it's paid off. If it's an AT&T phone, we want to check out with AT&T if it's paid off. Sprint, whatever it is, whatever carrier you have, they are going to be your main source of knowledge to tell you if a phone is paid off or not, because originally it's from them. There are the other case where if a phone is bought from directly Apple as factory unlocked, there's really no way to check with the carrier. You'll pretty much know the phone is unlocked, and in that case it's been paid off because it wasn't bought under a contract. So let's say we know, for example, this phone, maybe it's from Verizon, right? We're going to find out the original carrier. It's from Verizon. What we're going to do is go to specifically a browser that you have, and what you're going to do is put in the carrier name. For example, we have Verizon, and then we're going to do an IMEI checker. And then IMEI checker is that every carrier has ability to check the IMEI compatibility, if it's going to work on their network or such, and it will kind of give you an idea if it's paid off or not. So what we can do is check IMEI number, as you can see here, for Verizon, and we can take that number that we copied over. If we haven't copied it over, we're going to go ahead and press and hold to copy it. And then what you're going to do is go ahead and select the type of device, and we'll just hit I don't know, and then that will give us ability to check, and then you can check your device. As you can see, the ID, it's saying not valid. It's because we have these. Make sure you don't have these spaces in between, and then you can check. And as you can see, awesome, this iPhone 11 is perfect from our network. It's good to go. And to even confirm a little bit further, what you can do is actually contact them. To contact them, you can usually use the chat, or you can call them up and say, hey, I have a IMEI number of a phone. I want to make sure it's paid off before I buy it, and they can also help you through that. Same thing, we can also take this number. Let's say if this was an AT&T phone, we could do IMEI checker. Same thing, check IMEI, and we can put that number in there and then select the device. It's a phone. And then we're going to want to remove these two spaces. Make sure we have the number here, 93. So it took that last one off. So it's a 15-digit number. Same thing, we're going to check compatibility. All right, so this site must not be working right now. As you can see, we're getting a 401. Let's try T-Mobile IMEI checker. And then we're going to do that. And then all the way, we're going to go ahead and check compatibility and then put that number in. Make sure sometimes when you copy it and paste over, it chops off some of the numbers. So we lost 93. We're going to do that. And as you can see here, it's saying this is fully compatible with T-Mobile network. The phone is not blocked from our network. As you can see, it's compatible on this network as well. Similarly, it's sort of a way to check is that if a phone is unlocked already, it's most likely paid off. There's cases where that is, for the most part, so 90 to 95% of the time, is a phone is paid off, it's going to be unlocked. And the way that works is that carriers will unlock a phone that's been paid off. Most of the time, you might have to call sometimes to get it unlocked. Is that even if you paid a phone off, they're not going to unlock unless you formally request that or request them to unlock. Verizon is one special carrier where if you stay on the carrier for 60 days and such, they'll go ahead and automatically unlock it for you. So that's one scenario. But most major carriers, like I said, once you paid off the phone, you can get them to unlock it for you free of charge if you have an active account with them. The other thing to check is check the IMEI if it's blacklisted. If it's blacklisted, there's a pretty good chance it's been also financed or it's not paid off. And there's a couple sites to do that. If we do, for example, there's a site called IMEI check iPhone. There's the IMEI Pro. This is a really good site, IMEI Pro. What it allows you to do, IMEIPro.info, is you can take a IMEI number of the phone. Same thing, you're going to check that you're not a robot, and we're going to hit OK check here. And it's going to go ahead and run that check for us, and we're going to check if it's blacklisted or not. And if you go down here, as you can see here, we get a lot of information about this phone. We check the IMEI number, we check it's activated or not, and then technical support, its warranty is expired, that's all right, all of the other stuff. But the thing we want to check here, as you can see, is blacklist status. See, it's clean. If it says blacklisted here, that means the most likely, again, it's not paid off and you're going to have an issue. So those are ways to check about if a phone is paid off. I know this method, it's sort of, it's not easy checking if a phone is paid off. That's why if you're buying a phone, is ask the person what carrier they had, if there is finance balance, if they're making payments or not. And if they are making payments, of course, not paid off. And if they have finished making payment off, contact their carrier, give them the IMEI number, and let them know you're buying a phone, and if they can check it for you because you want to activate it on their carrier. And most carriers will say, yeah, there's a balance on it, or if they're not. And the other thing is, most carriers, the thing is, sometimes they might not even blacklist the phone, and it just has a balance and you can still use it. Like AT&T, for example, is usually like that. But other carriers will not let you use it, and it'll block the phone, and you're going to be out of money trying to buy a phone that's blocked and not being able to use. So it's very important to know if a phone is paid off. And the second step, if it's unlocked or if it's blacklisted, all of those things kind of go in hand to hand, especially with iPhones. So be careful whenever you're buying or looking to get a phone for a really good deal that you check that stuff. And we're going to leave a link to some of the other videos on checking things like finding IMEI number, things like checking blacklist, checking iCloud lock, all this step. There's also 12 things that you must check. We'll have a video on that, especially if you're buying a used phone. Make sure you guys check out that video as well. So hopefully this video is helpful. If this video is helpful, please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Thanks for watching, guys. See you guys next time.